Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do a new top 5 VPN list for kind of like the beginning, middle of the part of the year. Let's just call it a spring update when it comes to my top 5 VPNs, since some of the rankings have shifted around a little bit, especially when last regarding my tier list. Now, if you guys weren't aware, VPNtierlist.com is the go-to place to check out the rankings. Always stay up to date there. If you guys check out there, you can also find a data table where you find all the information that makes up these rankings. This information is objectively sorted, and VPNs are ranked by the data. So guys, I'll be putting links for each one of these VPNs in the description down below. This video does not contain any sponsorship since it's a top 5 VPN rating video. We are putting affiliate links down there. The affiliate links usually give you some kind of extra bonus, so that's a good deal for you. If you do want to check out another service that is an excellent complement to VPNs, you might want to consider checking out Incogni. It's this channel's recommended data broker removal tool. I even made a little tier list ranking these different kind of services, and this one was my favorite because it was the best price. So find the link for this in the description down below for 50% off. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into the VPNs though. What is my number one rated VPN right now? Well, it may surprise some of you, but it's actually NordVPN. NordVPN has steadily climbed up the rankings. It's just gotten really good. It's got cool extra features, whether that be threat protection, which is kind of like an antivirus light built into the application. It even has file sharing, which is kind of like its mesh network technology, which lets you kind of share files from your phone or your computer wirelessly through WireGuard and NordVPN. Or you can even give a friend access to your computer if they connect through NordVPN to your computer, and you could play games kind of on a LAN network. So it's a pretty cool thing. You can even access your media server remotely through the security of Nord. So that's a pretty cool feature, and you don't really see that with any other VPN. Outside of that though, they nail the fundamentals, whether that be speed, WireGuard, extra features like split tunneling, amazing streaming compatibility, and pretty good customer support. $100 for a 2-year price is a pretty good deal. They also have an additional plans you can get if you want some extra incentives like password manager, data breach, and stuff like that. This is a top rated VPN here on the channel. Definitely a pretty solid pickup, so check that one out. Right now it's one of my top recommended ones, primarily because it's so easy to use for pretty much anyone, and it pretty much does everything you want a VPN to do, whether it be streaming and stuff like that, which some VPNs don't have built in natively. And that will lead us to the next VPN. Now, TorGuard VPN was a former king, and it's still an excellent VPN, only rated 1 point behind NordVPN. Why is it better than Nord? Well, in some ways, it has a little bit better privacy component on the website. They don't collect as many information from you when using their website. Nord's not probably doing anything nefarious with that. It's probably just for marketing and optimizing sales, and they are the biggest VPN provider, so who knows, maybe that works. TorGuard does things a little differently, though. It's a little more family run. It's not as big of a company, but that said, it still has very good speeds, and the applications are very dependable and reliable. It doesn't have streaming compatibility built in, which means you have to get an add-on price, but the core VPN, as it is without some of these extras that Nord has, it is cheaper, at least month to month and even long term. So I'll be putting a link for that in the description down below too to check that out. TorGuard isn't as user friendly, it's not as intuitive to use, and it's not updated quite as often as NordVPN, but that said, it's still an excellent VPN that still holds up today as one of the channel's favorites. Next up, we have a VPN called Surfshark. Now, Surfshark is an excellent VPN provider. You're not getting quite as many free months here as you are with something like Nord, but for 2 years, it's only $60, which is $30 cheaper. Additionally, Surfshark has some very compelling bundled options, probably my favorite bundled options from any VPN provider, and that's because it actually includes Incogni within, so that is very cool. It also has antivirus built in if you get the 1+ plan. So if you're looking for a bundled option for lots of extra kind of goodies, including Incogni, this is a very solid pickup as well. Just a disclosure, it's owned by the same company that owns Nord, so both of these products are going to be very similar. They kind of attack different areas of the market. Nord kind of has its cool mesh stuff, and it's kind of doing its own little thing with some of those things. Password manager, Surfshark's kind of doing some things with some of the other. Next up, we have a VPN called Hide.me. This is an excellent VPN provider, kind of as a general package. Good streaming compatibility, good prices. The applications are okay. For me specifically, I don't get the best speeds with it. It's not optimized that much for USA users, I would say, at least especially on the West Coast where I am, kind of by Seattle. But I've had some people in my Discord say they get fine speeds. If you're someone who has speeds under around 500 megabits per second, or even under 300 or so, you're going to get fine speeds with this one. You're just not going to be able to max out a gig connection like you can with Nord and Torguard, but still an excellent VPN. I don't mention this one on the channel quite as often because the user interface isn't quite my favorite. Sometimes I have issues with a sock-side proxy and those speeds, like I said, but that said, it is a very good VPN and it deserves its ranking on the tier list. Last up, guys, we have Proton VPN. Proton VPN is a little bit more expensive, but outside of that, it's a very solid VPN option. I'm not a huge fan of the community on this one. I posted a high scoring rank for Proton and the community flamed the shit out of me. I kind of talked to the Proton team discussing how this was kind of annoying and they seemed kind of flippant and didn't really seem to care. So I don't really spend too much time promoting Proton just because I'm not a huge fan of the community and kind of the culture at the company. But that said, as a product itself, I don't really have too many complaints with this one. It might not have as good as speeds as NordVPN, maybe not as good as servers as many, and the stream compatibility might not be as good, but the privacy fundamentals are here. It's a very solid VPN, especially if you want something that's within the Proton ecosystem like Proton Mail. So I'll be putting a link for the description for this one down below as well. All right, guys, that's about it when it comes to my top 4 VPN rankings here on the channel. These are all excellent VPN providers. All right, guys, thanks for checking out this one. Let me know down in the comments down below what VPN you're using right now, and I'll see you again very soon.